Once upon a time, nestled in the serene mountains of Bhutan, there was a small, peaceful monastery. This monastery was known far and wide for its wise and cheerful monk, Master Tenzin. Master Tenzin was not only famous for his wisdom, but also for his knack for storytelling and humor. He had an uncanny ability to teach life's profound lessons through simple, amusing tales. One bright morning, the sun shone brightly, and the birds chirped merrily as the gentle breeze rustled through the trees. The monastery's courtyard was abuzz with young monks eagerly awaiting their morning lesson. They sat cross-legged on the grass, whispering and giggling as they watched Master Tenzin approach with his usual twinkle in his eye. "Good morning, young ones." Master Tenzin greeted them with a warm smile. "Today, I am going to tell you a story. It's a story about a tiny, insignificant pebble and how it discovered its true worth." The young monks, intrigued and excited, leaned in closer as Master Tenzin began his tale. In a quaint village not too far from our monastery, there lived a humble farmer named Pema. Pema was known for his kindness and diligence, but he often felt that his life was dull and insignificant. One day, while tilling his field, he noticed a small, dusty pebble lying on the ground. "Why, hello there, little pebble," Pema said, picking it up and examining it closely. "You're quite ordinary, aren't you? Just like me." He tossed the pebble into his pocket, thinking it might be useful to scare away the crows from his crops. Little did he know this simple act would lead to a grand adventure. Later that day, Pema's friend, Dorji, stopped by for a visit. Dorji was a cheerful and witty fellow, always ready with a joke or a story. He noticed the pebble and asked, "What's that you've got there, Pema?" "Oh, just a little pebble I found," Pema replied with a shrug. "Nothing special." Dorji's eyes sparkled with mischief. "Nothing special, you say? Let's see about that." He snatched the pebble from Pema's hand and held it up to the sunlight. To their astonishment, the pebble glowed with a soft inner light. "By the heavens, Pema, this is no ordinary pebble," Dorji exclaimed. "It's a magic pebble," Pema laughed heartily. "You and your jokes, Dorji. It's just a pebble." But Dorji was insistent. No, my friend, this pebble is special. It has the power to reveal the true value of things." Curious and a bit skeptical, Pema decided to put Dorji's claim to the test. They headed to the village market, where Pema spotted a merchant selling fruits. The merchant was known for his sour demeanor and exorbitant prices. Pema approached the merchant and held out the pebble. "Good sir, what would you give me for this?" The merchant squinted at the pebble and then burst into laughter. "For that worthless rock, I'll give you a rotten apple." Dorji stepped forward with a grin. "Ah, but this is no ordinary pebble. Hold it up to the light." With a skeptical huff, the merchant did as Dorji suggested. His eyes widened as the pebble began to glow. "Well, this pebble is magical." Suddenly, the merchant's sour demeanor changed. "My apologies, kind sirs. This pebble is indeed valuable. I'll trade you my finest fruit for it." Pema and Dorji exchanged amused glances and accepted the merchant's offer. As they walked away with their bounty, Pema marveled at the pebble. Maybe it is special after all. Master Tenzin paused, watching the young monks with a knowing smile. "Now, children, what do you think happened next?" A young monk named Tashi raised his hand excitedly. "Did Pema use the pebble to become rich and famous?" Master Tenzin chuckled. "Patience, Tashi. Let's see." With the magical pebble in his possession, Pema's life took an unexpected turn. He used it to trade for various goods, and soon he had everything he needed. But despite his newfound prosperity, Pema felt no different. The pebble had brought him material wealth, but his heart remained heavy with a sense of insignificance. One day, while pondering his life under a banyan tree, Pema was approached by an elderly woman. Her eyes sparkled with wisdom, and she carried an air of mystery about her. "Good day, young man," she greeted. "I see you have a magical pebble. May I see it?" Pema handed the pebble to her without hesitation. The woman held it up to the light and smiled. "Ah, yes, this pebble reveals the true value of things. But have you ever wondered about its true value?" Pema was puzzled. "What do you mean?" The woman sat beside him and began to explain. This pebble has shown you the value of material things. But true value lies not in what we possess, but in how we perceive ourselves and others. You, Pema, have used this pebble to measure the worth of things around you. But have you measured your own worth? Pema was taken aback. I don't know. I've always felt insignificant. The woman placed the pebble in his hand. Hold it up to the light and look within yourself. With a deep breath, Pema did as she instructed. To his astonishment, the pebble glowed brighter than ever, reflecting his inner light. In that moment, he realized that his worth was not defined by his possessions or achievements, but by his kindness, humility, and the love he shared with others. Master Tenzin's eyes twinkled as he concluded his story. And so, children, Pema learned that true value comes from within. He no longer needed the pebble to feel worthy, for he understood that his life was valuable just as it was. The young monks were silent for a moment, absorbing the lesson. Then Tashi spoke up again, this time with a wide grin. So, Master Tenzin, if we find a pebble, should we hold it up to the light and look for magic? Master Tenzin laughed heartily. Ah, Tashi, you've missed the point. The magic is not in the pebble, but in how we see ourselves. Each of you is a precious gem with a light that shines brightly. Never forget that. With a playful wink, Master Tenzin dismissed the class, leaving the young monks with smiles on their faces and a newfound sense of self-worth in their hearts. As the sun set behind the mountains, the monastery echoed with laughter and joy, a testament to the power of a simple story told by a wise and cheerful monk. And so the tale of Master Tenzin and the magical pebble was passed down through generations, reminding everyone that the true value of life lies not in what we have, but in who we are.